The scene opens up on Yancy Street where Ben's walking and a guy throws a glass bottle. Then this guy takes it personally. This guy wishes he'd be his original self. Then in an ancient Egyptian artifacts museum, the team come across special engraving resembling the thing's face. And if only Reed wishes that they were able to go back in time in 10,000 BC. Then Reed assembles the team, gets Ben on board, and this says that Dr. Doom has a special time machine. So the journey to his kingdom, in his castle, lowers the platform like an old, and then they step on the time machine, which has a special surface. They set the dimensions and destination, and then they are 10,000 BC. The Egyptian soldiers attack them, but obviously they don't have no idea these guys are sub-boss. But suddenly their powers start draining and wearing off. They just feel completely weak and they succumb. So the soldiers take him to their leader or master, none other than Rama Tut. He has a special diode gun which seems to suppress the powers, and then he tells a story how he was in the year 3000. Then he came across a Fantastic Four, and they got interested in dominating and conquering. Then he designed a special high voltage time machine, put all the stuff in a sphinx, which seemed to have been the superstition of people, and they started worshipping him. Reed tries to snatch the gun, but no avail. And then this guy fires them and bends them to his will. And he orders the soldiers to put them to use as per their respective, and decides to make Sue his princess. And we then see each Fantastic Four member working as slaves. Reed becomes a watcher guy. This becomes a jest. And then we see the women out here dressing her out his boat. He sees a huge comet pass by, which seems to, temporarily neutralize his cosmic powers and restore him to his former self. So he breaks his shackles by downgrading and then journeys to the Rama Tut's camp. Then we see he's making a big announcement to marry Sue, and then this guy snatches his diode gun, reverses the setting to free, and then he first fires at Sue before he turns to his original self, the thing. Now Sue is free of mind control, fires the gun on the thing, frees him, and then she fires at Johnny. So now three of the members are completely free. They wreak havoc on their wedding ceremony. It's raining fire. Rama Tut makes a run to his, I don't know where. It appears like a mall door. Now these guys just break it and make a run to find him. They actually abduct a guy and force him to tell the whereabouts of this guy. And turns out he's at the Great Sphinx gathering his army and entering it, making a run to escape in the future. So each of the guy makes their way to the Sphinx, fighting them off. But we see a great army attacking them. But this guy just fires a diode gun and frees them. So now they check if it's a booby trap, enter the Great Sphinx, and see a transmission from the Rama Tut. He said that these guys are really powerful, intelligent, and they must be destroyed. So he traps them and tries to destroy them with a gun. Johnny then tries to melt the door and refuses it somehow. And they escape before Rama Tut destroys the whole Sphinx. Now we don't know if he's dead or he escaped into the future. Reed says the time is almost up. It's been 2 weeks, and then we see Ben here asking an artisan to make a sketch of himself on the same tableau, and then they return back to the original time, the same place, and they journey back home. Then we see Ben looking at his same portrait and says that he actually enjoys